Hariom students, hope you all are doing good at home. Please don't go outside. Okay, today as well as I came back with the new topic, new lesson that is safety and first aid. Okay, before starting the lesson, I would like to ask you some questions. Okay, see here. See, in the picture given below, mention why for the rules are being followed and N where safety rules are not being followed. Okay, so we have to keep Y and N, yes or no. Here, see in the first image, the boy and the woman, that means mother and the child, are crossing the road in the zebra crossing only. This is the zebra crossing. So we must cross the road in the zebra crossing. While walking, we have to walk left side of the road and we have to follow the traffic rules. Traffic rules and traffic signals also as well as. Okay. So here, see in the picture, the child and the mother are walking in the zebra crossing. So it is right or wrong? Yes, it is right. So we have to keep Y. Yes, that is the good one. And the next, in the second one, this child, this girl is throwing the dust on the floor itself, on the floor. So it is right or wrong? No, we should not do such kind of things. So we have to maintain cleanliness. So it is wrong. No. And in the third picture, in this image, the boy is touching the switchboard with the wet hands. With the wet hands. Is it correct? Is it right thing? No, we should not touch the switchboard with the wet hands. Okay, so it is wrong. So we should not do like that. And in the fourth image, the boy is waving the hand key, that means putting the hand outside, and half the body is also outside the car. Okay, and the car is moving. So we should not do like this. So accidents may happen. If you do like this, means major accident may happen to you. Okay, so we should not do like this. So we have to keep young. And the fifth one, here the girl is putting the dust in the dustbin. Is it correct or wrong? Yes, it is correct. It is the good manners. We have to keep the dust in the dustbin only. We should not throw the dust on the floor. In that way, we should not throw on the floor or outside the house. We should not throw like that. We have to keep the dust in the dustbin only. And in the sixth, so it is right or wrong? Yes, it is right. So we have to keep Y. Yes. And in the sixth image, see in the sixth image, here the boys are all playing. The boys are all playing, right? Yes, they are all playing in the garden, in the park, or anywhere outside. Yes, they all are playing in the outside. So it is a good habit or bad habit? Playing outside is good habit or bad habit? I already told you in the last class. What I told you in the last class? Food and health. In the chapter food and health, I told you playing outside outdoor games is the good exercise for us. It is the good exercise for us. So we have to keep fit. We have to play the outdoor games. Okay, is it correct or wrong? Is it correct or wrong? Yes, we have to keep Y. It is correct one. And we will start the lesson now. What is the lesson? Yes, safety first aid. Today we learn this topic, safety and first aid. Before starting the topic, I would like to ask you one question. What is first aid? What is first aid? What is first aid? Look at the picture here. Here, the boy is not at all happy. He is crying, right? The boy is not at all happy. He is crying. There is something bad happened to the child, right? Happened to the child. What is the bad thing? He is feeling some pain in his leg. He is feeling some pain. That means he might have faced some injuries. In this case, how would you help to this boy? How would you help? Or not only this boy, if there is in this place, if there is your friend, what would you do? How would you help? How would you help? You will do the first aid. You will what help you provide to your friend, that is called first aid, right? First help, you'll help your friend, right? In this situation, you'll help your friend. First we will help your friend. The first and immediate help given to injured person before they are taken to the hospital. Before they are taken to the hospital, first you will do the help. That help is called first aid. The first help is called first. Okay, when you see in that situation, you will help the person first. That is called first aid. There are some, it might be some accidents, it might be that happen in the playground or your school or your home, etc., wherever it may be. Okay, so the first help is called first aid. Next, first aid for scratches. First aid for scratches. Okay, when you have the cut or scratch in your body, what is the first aid you provide to the person? What is the first aid you provide to the person? See here in this image, there is some cut in his hand. Cut in his hand. What would you do the first aid for him? What would you do? Yes. See. First, clean the wound with running water to remove dirt. First of all, we have to clean the wound with the running water. Okay, we have to clean the wound. After that, apply an antiseptic cream or soap. Not only antiseptic cream or soap or Dettol. We have to apply it to the wound with a clean and cover the wound with a clean and dry gauze or bandage. We have to keep the wound, we have to cover this kind of wound with the bandage. I'll show you some pictures like that. See in the next one. See here, for the small cut. For the small cut, see, this boy is crying for the small cut. For that cut, what we have to do? Yes, first we have to clean. For this also, first we have to clean like this with soap, and also, and after that we have to apply the antiseptic solution, antiseptic cream or Dettol or anything. For the deep cut, for the deep cut, what would you do? What we have to do? First of all, if you have the deep cut, we have to stop the blood. Okay, we have to stop the blood. In order to stop the blood, what we have to do? In that injured part, we have to press it with your thumb or finger. This will stop the bleeding in the most cases. Otherwise, we have to keep the tourniquet like this. This tourniquet help us to stop the blood. This tourniquet help us to stop the bed. If we have to tie this tourniquet tightly over the wound to stop the bleeding. Okay, so these are the these are the things we have to do for cuts and scratches. In the in this in this dangerous situation, if the blood is flowing continuously, means we have to take him to the hospital. Okay, if we don't do any first aid, means so some germs will come and attack in that particular area, injured area. Some germs will attack, and this causes the disease called tetanus. This causes the disease called tetanus. Okay, so we have to be careful. We have to be careful. Okay, first of all we have to wash the injured part, and after that we have to keep the antiseptic cream. Okay, first we have to stop the flowing blood. Okay, for the deep cut we have to stop the flowing of the blood. Okay, so these are the things we have to do for that scratches or cuts. Next, for bleeding nose. For first aid for bleeding nose, what are for bleeding nose, what we have to do? What we have to do for the bleeding nose? Yes, first keep the patient in the upright position. First keep the patient in the upright position. Like this we have to sit in the upright position and press the bleeding side of the nose firmly. For example, if you are bleeding this side of the nose, means we have to what we have to do, we have to press the bleeding side of the nose very tightly. Like this we have to press. We have to press, and after that keep the ice pack or wet cloth. This is the ice pack or wet cloth to this nose, this side. Okay, this side we have to keep, because I am getting the bleeding in this side only, so we have to keep the ice pack this side. And next one, ask the patient to breathe through his mouth, not with the nose. So we should not breathe through the nose, we have to breathe with the mouth only. So if we breathe through the mouth, again the bleeding will be started. Okay, so we should not breathe through the nose, we have to breathe with the mouth itself. If the bleeding is heavy, send for the doctor. If we get 1 or 2 drops, means okay, we will do first aid, it will be stopped. And if we do first aid also, it is continuously flowing, means we have to take the decision, that is to better to go to hospital. We have to take him to the doctor. Okay, next one, for first aid for sprain. Sprain means fracture. Okay, what is fracture? When you suddenly fall down, when you or when you moving on the floor, you will fall down, so you can feel some pain in your body and you cannot see it. You cannot see the blood. You'll fall down, but you cannot see the blood, but you will feel the pain. Such a pain, you'll get lot of pain, but the blood will not come outside. You feel the pain. In that case, you can say that it is the sprain or a fracture. In that case, we will tell that is a sprain or a fracture. See, in this image, the boy fell down and he got the sprain like this. Is there any blood here? No, but inside the body, some, see here, the color is changed. That means he has the fracture in his leg. He has the fracture in his leg. So what is the first aid we have to do? What first aid we have to do is make the person sit in a comfortable position. We have to Keep the patient in a comfortable position and apply the ice pack. We have to apply the ice pack in this area, infected area, injured area. Okay, and the person should be made to rest. So he should not walk. He should not walk. Okay, he has to take rest, keeping the sprained area above the position of the heart while lying down. While lying down, his leg must be kept above the heart. Okay, I'll show you in the picture. Okay, that position I'll show you in this picture. See here. First aid for bone injuries. We have to follow the RICE. RICE means not the eating thing. RICE. We have to, for this is the code one. Code. Okay, RICE. RICE means rest R. R means rest the injured part of the body. We should not move the part, that injured part. We have to keep it in the rest position. I means apply the ice or cold water to the injured part. You have to apply the ice or cold water. Next, C. C means what? C means wearing an elastic bandage help to reduce the swelling. See, this is the elastic bandage. So this help to reduce the swelling. Okay, this help to reduce the swelling. Next, E. E means keep the injured part elevated. I already told you, no. So we while laying the patient leg must be keep above the our heart level. Okay, like this we have to keep the patient's leg. Okay, so these are the things we have to do for the fracture. Okay, so hope you understand the topic. Hari Om. Thank you.